I have to do an assignment on the topic bullying. So the purpose of this assignment is to gather information that will help me towards the completion of my assignment. To begin with, would you like to tell me your name, please?
I am Binu Karmacharya.
And your age, please?
I'm 27.
Thank you for that, and it will remain confidential.
Okay, thank you.
What do you think about bullying?
Bullying is something that shouldn't be there. It is kind of a torture to any person. Like, can be a mental torture, a lifetime torture. Like, sometimes people, like usually kids, get bullied in their school, and that will be taken for a long time, so that like they can't take it out. It is out of their head. So sometimes like they need to change the school as well for the simple reason of getting bullied. And I've heard that like some of the teenagers, when they get bullied, they attempt suicide as well. So that is like kind of a life-threatening mental torture for them. So this is a bad thing.
Okay, like you want to say that is with their lives for the rest of as long as they live.
Yeah.
It's very hard to forget.
Like people might think that bullying is just part of a joke or a prank, but they will never understand the feeling of the person who gets bullied. So should be
That was a good one about feelings. So on that note, have you experienced anything in your life?
I have experienced some during my school days as well, but recently, like within this year only, like when I joined another company over here in New Zealand, like got bullied because I was a fresh comer in the office.
Okay.
So they was trying to pull my legs and like trying to teach me in the wrong thing. Like instead of doing A, they will be saying like you need to do B. And I got to know that like okay, I have been like misleaded for a particular thing, and that was the thing. Like I feel like it's kind of bullying, and I literally heard that it's so easy to bully her because she is new. Like so
was
they
it
can.
like they were trying to have their work done through you? Is it something like that?
Yeah,
Okay.
they used to say like you need to do this, and I said like that was not part of my contract or something like that. They said like no, you need to do it because like we are senior, but it's not like they are senior to me. They are just a colleague, and I was in a trainee phase. That's it. But they were trying to make fun of the small thing, and for the small mistake or simple error as well, they will exaggerate that simple mistake and make it like big thing.
I can understand what you might have felt.
Yeah.
Then what did you do about it?
First day I was thinking like okay, I shouldn't speak up for the first day, so see how it goes. And like after like 2 or 3 days, I straightly went to my supervisor saying that like okay, these guys are not teaching me the proper way. I need a proper other training. And then he just like went to those people and said like okay, stop bullying her. He literally said like stop bullying her. And that was good. And these days, like while speaking with them as well, like I do the eye contact. So instead of me getting nervous in front of them, like they get nervous in front of me. So
Okay, so do you think that like bullying was was quite common at your workplace? Like any newcomer would have come.
of course, yeah.
And they were bullied. No wonder your boss, your supervisor came and said directly to stop bullying.
Bullying, yeah.
Okay. So, do you think? I think a bit away from that question. Do you think is it okay to remain silent if you are getting bullied?
In some cases, it is okay for girls, but for boys, they can always speak up. They can always stand up for like go for like anti-bullying and all. But like for girls, some of the time it is okay to be silent. Some of the times, because you know how girls are like tender and delicate, and some of the times. But like otherwise, I feel like in fact girls should be strong enough. to speak up the thing, and the only thing girls can do is make an eye contact. That will really work in everything, like in the
Because that
bullying.
worked out for you as
Yeah,
well.
for me as well. And I feel as well like they will get nervous when you make the eye contacts with them, because all the people won't have that ability to look into your eyes. And if they will say anything to you wrong, and you will when you straightly see into their eyes, then they will realize that they will have the guilt on their eyes, and so they might stop bullying as well.
Okay, that's I have given part answer for my next question as well. If you see someone getting bullied, what would you do in circumstances like those?
Same office, like with my other colleagues. She is a receptionist. She's like younger, like the age of 20, 21. She doesn't speak up much, and those two guys were bullying her, saying that you girl does like makeups and all, and like she was a bit shy, and they told in front of the whole people during our get together. And she was really shy and had tears in her eyes. And then I started doing the same thing for that boys. And then that boy said like, okay, it's so difficult to tackle with this newcomer. They said that thing, and then that girl said thank you, and maybe she learned something. I don't know.
Okay, so you are confident now to stand for yourself, and whatever is right is right, whatever is wrong, you can just speak out and say it's wrong.
Yeah, it's not bad that like girls do makeup. Like boys will take ages to make their hair look good, put gels and all. But like, why should we get bullied for doing the makeups and all?
Exactly, that's part and parcel
part
of
of-
ladies' beauty,
Yeah.
Would you like to say anything for the bullies who are out there? Do you have any message for them?
Who are bullied?
Who are bullies, like people who bully other
Bully.
people?
Yeah, I just want to say that why don't you keep yourself in that place and think how embarrassing it will be? Then only they can realize the thing. Like every time, whenever you say, even if you say the verbal abusive word, like keep in that place. Like how will you feel when anyone will tell the same thing to you? So just feel about that and stop bullying.
Thank you so much, Binu, for your time.
No worries.
I have to do an assignment on the topic bullying. So the purpose of this conversation would be to gather information for my assignment that will help me towards the completion of my assignment. To begin with, would you like to tell me your name, please?
I'm Leah Palmer,
Thank you. And your age, please?
32.
And this will be kept confidential.
Okay.
What do you think about bullying?
Bullying is a really bad thing that's been happening everywhere in the country at the moment, and it's an ongoing battle for, especially for parents who have children in school, and even though children were being taught that bullying is not good, it's something that some children doesn't realize that they're doing. And some of it are learned behavior from home, but some of they acquire it from school, and as a reaction towards another student, which probably they're not aware of what they're doing. And it's for me, bullying is something that you do to intentionally hurt somebody.
Absolutely. Have you yourself experienced anything in your life?
I think as a migrant, I have a little bit.
Would you like to talk about it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a big bullying incident. It's small, but if probably because when I came here to New Zealand, I'm already an adult. But probably when I was younger, what I experienced could affect me emotionally in a really big time. But like when I was working during my first work, I have to deal with different customers, and of course I was new to the country, so English in New Zealand is different from English from my country.
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't understand most of what they're saying,
Yeah.
and I get yelled at.
accent.
Yeah, the accent is. I don't really understand what they're talking about. I have to ask them to repeat themselves all the time, and they get annoyed with
And you
me.
feel embarrassed as well, eh?
Feel embarrassed. They look at me like as if I'm where I came from. I got told by a 12 years old. I don't know how old he is, but I know he's a young boy. To go back to my country because I don't understand him. Luckily, I'm already 21 then, so I'm an adult. I understand what's going on and I can manage my own emotion. But if I was younger, it could have a big effect on me. And maybe I would quit the job and not have a job because I'm scared to go back to the job. I was a little bit, but being an adult, I can manage my
You
emotion.
thought to just stand for it and then just
And
go
I know
ahead.
and I know there's a need for me to work, so I just continue on until I learn until I got used to their accent and I understand them more, and I learned to stand up on my feet and to tell them not to do that to me.
Okay. Do you think is it okay to remain silent if someone is getting bullied? What do you think, in your opinion?
No, because at that time, what helped me was to be assertive, to actually tell people that I don't like the way they speak to me.
Yeah.
I think as a child, it will be harder to tell somebody that, but if they tell the adults, then that adult can correct that other student or other people. Although it's kind of hard as well for them to tell the adults, because if they tell the adults, maybe they think they get more bullied. However, standing up on their feet will make the bully think that this person is not weak and I cannot bully him or her anymore. So standing up for yourself would actually help
The
you.
biggest thing, like you need to stand for your own self.
Yes, because asking somebody else to do it doesn't mean it will stop, because when that somebody else goes, then they might continue doing it.
For instance, if you are an audience witnessing a person being bullied, what would you do about it?
Probably I'll speak up to not, because I work in mental health, and I have clients who's been not literally bullied, but just they look at them and they, like, when let's say we go to a supermarket, they get talked down to, and sometimes the cashiers or the people they don't know that they're with somebody. What I used to do there is I'll go to that person and I'll tell that person that, how would you feel if you get told like the way you told my friend? I don't tell them my client because I don't want them to be discriminated. So I'll say to them that, how would you feel if somebody tells you the way you speak to my friend? And then she'll be like, oh, I didn't know that this person was somebody. And said, is that how you're going to treat other people if they're not with somebody who's normal as you think what normal is?
Yeah. Okay.
And then that's the way. And
That's
then
how-
then
the
they
only
will
way you
shut
can
up,
make them
and they will just
understand.
look at me and they walk away. And I have some clients that sometimes, especially I work with Asian community before.
Okay.
And when they go to the bus, the bus drivers will talk to them like as if they don't understand English. Their accents are not good. My clients' accent are not good, but they understand English fluently. So sometimes I saw the bus drivers will tell them, because part of my role as community support worker is to teach them how to take the bus to regain their skills. So there was a time I went with she's a Burmese lady.
Okay.
She doesn't speak English well, but she understands English really well. So I took her to the bus so she'll learn how to bus. And the bus driver, you know how when they talk like as if you don't understand them, emphasizing on every words. And I was at her back, so the bus driver didn't know I was with her. until I said to him that, you know, the lady you're talking to, she understands English really well. You don't have to emphasize every word you're saying.
Yeah. So, do you feel that being an immigrant yourself, that language could be one of the barriers of being bullied?
Yes, that's the
Definitely
biggest
think so.
barrier. Probably because I only deal with adults, so I haven't seen much around children. The accent, because some doesn't understand, and you know, especially if they're not with if they're in front of not professional people, they'll be just like, I don't understand you, and they'll just walk away. Yeah, professional people, you'll know that our people who have good manners, you'll see them straight away because they will ask, "Oh, can you pardon me? Can you please repeat?" But people who discriminate, especially if, because working in mental health, I have lots of clients who are overweight that you can actually see that they have mental illness. Usually, people look at them, and they will treat them
Call out
differently.
names and,
Treat them differently. It's just, you know, it's annoying to see that, but I know they don't understand, and that's why me as a worker, it's my role to make them understand that it could be them, it could be anyone else.
Absolutely.
So they are a target of bullies all the time.
Yeah. Do you have any message for bullies? Would you like to say something?
Yeah, stop bullying, because one day it will be you who'll get bullied.
Oh,
Because you're not the best person in the world. There's always somebody who's better than you.
thank you so much, Leah, for your time.
Thank you.